Peace. Y'all know what it is. Another episode of 43 North Uncut. I'm the host with the most, Big J. And we got
Tommy Boy.
Trill Will is on vacation.
Yeah.
He got some business that he's taking care of. Shout out to DJ Trill Will. He'll be back, of course, Thursday, full effect. We're just out here shooting off the fly, man. Want to give y'all an awareness of what's going on at UWGB. We out here actually filming for, what is it called?
Black in the Bay.
Black in the Bay.
Not black like my hat, but black like my skin.
Black like my skin in the Bay. It was very formal, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not a student here. I didn't go to school here. I actually got my HSCD, but I've been a resident here for 20 years. We run this company together. These three gentlemen right here. We have a multimedia company where we do a lot of different things, podcasting, events, a lot of different things to try to raise awareness in our community to get with the millennials. Because of course, we're outdated with a lot of the older people are outdated with the younger people. So it's like a lot of people don't think we understand, but we do. We kind of got that gift on where we can kind of mend those bridges together and kind of make that connection. So that's what we've been doing for quite some time, and we're going to continue to do so.
What is the name of your podcast?
It's called 43 North Uncut.
Okay.
And the reason why we came up with 43 North Uncut is it's real interesting how we did it. Our community is more so a hybrid community. Like everybody's from somewhere else. Either Chicago, Milwaukee, down south, Minnesota. They're not from here. They're not originally from here. So the gateway to get here is Highway 43. So we use that as our little pitching point as to what we talk about in Green Bay. So yeah, it's amazing. It's been working well too. So.
I'm Tommy Boy. I've been here in this community since 2002, and I don't know. I love it here as far as the way the community is ran, as far as like not ran, but the way people interact with each other. It's like a southern community in a northern town. You know how people still leave their front doors open. You feel safe. My mom loved it here, and my mom was one of the first people that came here, and she said she lived in a big city her whole life, and she said, I think I found my second home, Green Bay, and I'm like, huh? Like Green Bay? My sister, she attended UWGB like in 99 and 2000. Then she went to TC, but she didn't want to leave the community because she felt so much at home here, other than come back to DeVry or other offices. She had to go to college, she wanted to stay here. So that influenced me to come, and I've been here, and I brought who I was in the city here with me when I first came here, and I had to realize that I had to tone my lifestyle down and just be a normal citizen other than trying to be a gangster or an idiot, So it taught me a lot being here, and it taught me, it pretty much raised me to a different individual. So I'm here and I'm filming with these guys, and what we do is try to travel and just be unique people, This community, we want to be a part of it, and we want to see it grow. Not only with the Hmong population or the Latino population, but with the black population. Because we've been here for a long time, but like I say, we always come here with different intentions. And when you realize you like it, you're like, wait a minute, this is fun.
Yeah.
May have about the northeast Wisconsin, so about this area. Take a moment. Oh, my student went, Come on. So just take a moment. Just know that there's going to be some friendly faces that are going to be joining us. This will be up for discussion until about 6:15, so about for 20 minutes.
I think it's still at that bridge, that gap, where now we've been together for so long, we finally got to pull together and figure something out. We got to figure something out. I mean, shout out to the Caucasian community, man. I mean, everybody that's been doing.
It was an Asian woman actually.
It was mine.
Yeah.
She put it together, man. But that corporate America in Green Bay, I wouldn't say Caucasian or white, but corporate America in Green Bay is finally accepting the minorities together. You know what I mean? So it's like having a level playing field, but you gotta have, something that's worth it. You gotta have good community skills. You know what I mean? You gotta be being involved. You just can't be a bump on the log sitting around thinking you're gonna make a change in the community or get due process when you ain't doing the proper thing. So
yeah, you gotta make it work, and that's what they're starting to take notice because they probably want to be a part of it because they're like, why is it more predominant blacks being recognized? Why isn't this happening? So it's like something's missing in this community, and everybody's paying attention now. Like you said, not just the black people that just feel like they're deprived, but also the white community, also the Asian community, also the Latin community. Like, why ain't nobody stepping up their game? And it's the fact of not only their problem, it's our problem, because we the ones that see not to get along.
Exactly, and that's been the main thing for the longest. We never really stuck together, but I'm glad that what we did together, and we showed that connectiveness, that togetherness. So it's like everybody else can get a chance to actually follow suit with it, and it's been working. You know, it's been really working, man. Because for a long time, like I just told my story a little bit, he told his about being up here for 20 years. You know what I mean?
That's a long time, too.
That is a long time off and on up here, man. I mean, and dealing with everything from racism into being accepted into the corporate sector, and it's just everything in between. So it's been an amazing ride for me with this being Black History Month. I mean, we get an opportunity to put the highlights out there as far as what we do in the community, but this should be something that's every day, and it shouldn't just be a black thing or a white thing. It should be more so everybody together collectively type of thing, which we call the culture.
Yeah, because what's dope is we saw like half of the police department, and not half, but you know, it was some undercover officers there. There was some officers like highly decorated there as well. So people was there just to show that they want to be a part of what's going on. And these are the same people that also just saw it in WTC at the Dr. King event.
Same.
So it's like people. The same people are migrating together to cause this awareness. Shout out to Rashad Cobb, shout out to Robin Tennant, and other entities that I saw that was there that's like really trying to put boots to the ground and make this stuff happen, man.
Aaron Faulkner, Robin Davis, you know, AJ, that's one of the community.
Robin Davis was in there?
Yeah, Robin Davis was in there. Shout out to Robin Davis.
She had the fro now, or did she get?
No, she got the little leg down.
Okay,
you know, so
I like
it was a lot of power in that room, man. It was a lot of black power in that room, man. I mean, even from officers, community activists, presidents of nonprofit organizations. I mean, this was something that everybody in the community need to see. We need to do this on a major, bigger scale, man, because what I just saw with my own eyes it almost brought tears to it, man, because for so long, you never thought people was behind the scenes working like this.
Hey, don't worry, y'all. He cried on every occasion.
You gotta understand, man.
I know.
You gotta understand. It's deep, man. It's deep. And I cried so I don't have to lash out and be doing something crazy. I'm just really, really grateful. You know what I mean? Because
grateful.
You know,
and that's a good way to put it. Because that's how I feel,
grateful,
bro.
Man. Like if somebody give you something, it's just like you giving a homeless person a sandwich and haven't eaten so long. We haven't eaten in so long up here. We haven't had the proper nourishment so long. When you finally get it, hell yeah, you want to cry. You know, a person like, thank you so much, man. Thank you. You feed. I'm eating now. I'm living. I'm walking like a person that couldn't walk and finally walk now. So it's like that's how I take it when it comes to what we've accomplished in the community, and just to see what was back there, man. The people that's pushing. Oh my God.
Man, we got to make sure y'all get a glimpse of this too. We gonna make sure we chop it up. Shout out to Robbie, man, once again,
behind the scenes doing this.
We gonna make sure y'all get this footage and see this, man, because this is something real powerful, man. We're grateful to be at UWGB for an event like this. Not no nonsense, man. You see how passionate I sound about it. I ain't even screaming. I was so frantic just to see the faces. Yeah. Normally I'm all animated and geek. I was so happy to see the faces there.
Good. Happy holidays.
You know, I always say happy holidays. Hey, sister. I wanted to come here yesterday to see who was going to be
right. We was here yesterday trying to figure out who was on the guest list, because we knew they were going to bring some really high, heavy hitting individuals out here, and they did. So man, shout out to what they're doing out here at UWGB, man. They really got a diversity thing going on, man.
Here today at Black in the Bay to really connect my students who identify as Black, my students who identify as multicultural, to really let them know that there are people here who look like them, who have their experience, who is making a home and a life in this Green Bay region. So that's why it's called Black in the Bay.
So what do you have coming up in April?
In April, we'll be having an Asian in the Bay to really share and dive into the Asian American experience here in the Green Bay region. And then our next coming months, like we had for every Cultural and Heritage Month, we'll be having First Nations in the Bay to talk to our Indigenous residents who are the original land keepers of this Green Bay area, talk about their experience also in the Green Bay region. And then Latinx in the Bay, where we're going to be talking to our Spanish-speaking families and people who've made Green Bay their home, and you know they've been here for decades also.
Thank you. Anything else you want to offer?
Yeah, the only thing I gotta offer is please note that everybody is welcome. If you look in the room, you'll see that we have people of all shades, people who identify not only as black, people who identify as white, Asian, and that's really to show allyship, advocacy, but to really learn what the black experience is like in Green Bay. And I hope you join us for our Asian in the Bay and our other ones that are coming up this year.
I mean, because we got the millennials that's here, we got the older people that's going on, and we need to get rid of that racism or whatever. Yeah, it's Black History Month, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk a little bit more about it, and we're going to use that as awareness to do what we need to do in our community. So I know Robbie got the thing. We was going to make this one today. It's short. Of course, we don't have Trill Will here. And,
For another 5 minutes.
we don't have Trill.
Yeah, we good. We good. We just want to make sure we chop this up with the little footage and everything, the other stuff we get. But we want to make this not uncut. We want to make this like straight raw because this is a different environment to be in, and we're gonna start making our presence known around the campus. I just got an invitation from the lady, and she like, man, start coming through.
They
talk
want
to some of her students
on the campus. She behind the scenes, like Shay Shay.
Yeah, they want
to y'all a little bit behind the scenes, see what's going on. But definitely, we are here at UWGB, Tommy Boy.
Yeah, number love. But yeah, let's make this thing work, man. So shout out to everybody who's here today, everybody who came, everybody with the idea of being here. I don't know, should we get Sasha on the show a little bit? I don't know if you call and tell her to come on here, but if not,
it's just a little briefing, just to keep our people brief, because we're not set up to his arms up trying to hold it.
I know I asked him about the tripod, so shout out to Robbie once again for being the man behind the plan. Because I'm like, hey, do I bring the tripod? He's like, no, I don't carry the camera. But he just wanted to see this himself, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing what we do, man. Like I say, shout out to Robbie. Robbie is a beast behind that thing, man. It's just, we're going to make an awareness of what we got going on, man. A lot of people love what we're doing. We're going to continue to bring y'all that uncut buck. This is today's episode, just a briefing out here at UWGB. It's the host with the most.
Shout out DJ Trill Will once again, man.
Trill Will, he'll be back Thursday.
He'll be back Thursday, y'all.
We on business.
All right,
we out.
Peace.
Sorry,
Well, Duty, before we set up for the podcast a little bit, we're going to talk with one of the students. Are you the student? Are you the student here? Are you the student? No, she's not the student. The student is coming. So we have a student that's coming, Natural Hair Care Seminar. Wow.
My name is Chantrie Hogans. I am a 5th-year senior here, graduating in May. I'm here for this program just to kind of get a networking opportunity with black professionals in my community and kind of learn some tricks and tips on how to survive as a person of color in Northeast Wisconsin. So I'm really enjoying it. It's fun.
How long have you been here?
I have been here for 5 years. Before that, I was down south in Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin, next to Illinois. Racine area.
What is your experience of being, did you come straight to school here or you live in town?
Come straight to school here, yeah.
So you don't have no experience with nonsense on the streets or anything?
No, students usually are super isolated, but I mean, I've gone out into the community, done protests, things like that. So other than that, I stick to UW Green Bay.
Trip with us.
Come down there and talk with
The 22nd?
25th.
I'll be there before the
24th, 25th.
I'm Tommy, man.
Nice to meet you, Rachel.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
He's the prevention coordinator of that group. I'm actually executive director of We All Rise African American Resource Center.
I mean, why are you here today?
Yeah, I feel like I came down because I want to be able to network with other black people. Like, I enjoy being in company of other folks and also like embrace events that like highlight our lives. It's Black History Month. It's a really important time to really like give back to our ancestors and the folks that have died, to make it possible for like me to smile today, me to be here today, and so I think that that's really important. And then also there's just some really incredible like black people here that are doing extraordinary things in like extraordinary ways, and so I'm really just grateful to be amongst those people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.